So you're watching the video, which is a review or an introduction to the last unit on subordinate clauses. So with this unit, the important thing to remember is that different subordinate clauses, when they're followed by the indicative and or the subjunctive, can slightly alter their translation. You know, at the heart of this is all about the indicative being used for expressing factuality and the subjunctive being used to express non-fact. So the first conjunction is dum or donek. These are interchangeable with no difference of meaning. And when dum and donek is followed by the indicative, it is translated as while, as long as, or until. Obviously, when you're translating, you'll have to sort of toggle between these three different meanings in order to figure out which one will make the most sense. And as always, I suggest that you bracket off the clause. So if we take a look at the example sentence here, you have the dum hostes apidum appugnabant. So the first set of subordinating conjunctions that we have is dum and donek. Both of these are interchangeable with no difference in meaning. It's followed by the indicative, and it means while, as long as, or until. As always, I suggest that you guys, when you're translating these, to bracket off the subordinate clause, just so you have a clear sense of what's the subordinate clause and the main clause. So if you look at the example sentence, you would bracket off the dum clause, right? And you look at dum and you see appugnabant, you see that it's indicative. While the enemies were attacking the town, we fled. Dum or donek followed by the subjunctive, however, then changes its translation to until should. And so, for example, here in the sentence, in urbe manebamus, donek sorores veniant. Again, here you've got the subordinate clause here. You see the donek, you see veniant in the present subjunctive. We will remain in the city until our sisters should come. And so that's essentially the only difference between dum and donek, followed by the indicative and the subjunctive. The second set of subordinating conjunctions is antequam or priusquam, followed by the indicative. This simply just means before. Again, it's before because it's factual. The second set of subordinating conjunctions is antequam priusquam, followed by the indicative. Again, no difference in meaning, and it simply means before. And because it's followed by the indicative, you're talking about an actual event. We departed before the poet sang. Again, here, if you look, you've got your subordinate clause, antequam poeta cecinit. Cecinit is indicative. We departed before the poet sang. Is going to be paired with antequam priusquam plus the present subjunctive before ... can, the verb, and then antequam priusquam plus the imperfect subjunctive before ... could. So just remember these sort of as pairs matching with the indicative version. And so again here, looking at the example sentence, Puri discaserunt antequam reginam viderunt. The boys departed before they could see the queen. There's a note that we will talk about in class, or have already talked about in class, about temesis with antequam and priusquam. So make sure you talk to me or just get some notes from a classmate about that. The third set of subordinating conjunctions is quod and quia plus the indicative. This just means because. Again, quod and quia totally interchangeable. Take a look at the example, pugnabimus cum hostibus quia patriam amemus. We will fight with the enemies because we love our country. This is followed by the indicative, so this is considered to be factual. This with quod quia plus the subjunctive. This subjunctive here means that the cause is alleged, or it's not vouched for by the speaker. Looking at the example sentence, milites e proelio fugiebant, quod hostes temerent. Temerent is in the imperfect subjunctive, and so in your translation, you will add an allegedly. The soldiers fled from battle allegedly because they feared the enemies. And the last is dum or dum motto. All three of these are interchangeable, and these are only followed by a subjunctive, and it's translated provided that. I do want to point out that this dum here can cause some confusion with the first set, the dum donek, but I think context will make it clear whether it's dum meaning until or dum meaning provided that. But looking at this example, manebo in foro, dum me regina jubeat, followed by the subjunctive, I will remain in the forum provided that the queen orders me. And that's pretty much it for the review / introduction to the last unit on subordinate clauses. Good luck.